Hey all, Hedgy Spikes here. Hey, do you remember the Sonic Boom franchise? Well, I remember when it was first coming out, and I was actually really indifferent to the new designs of the characters, but over time I've really grown to like them. Sure, Knuckles was huge, and sure, Sonic's arms were blue, but I mean, other than that, they looked perfectly fine. That was still Team Sonic to me. And then we started seeing more and more of what Sonic Boom was going to be like. We were getting a game for the Wii U, a game for the 3DS, and a new TV show. So far, this was the most promising stuff about the series to come out, and if you were a Sonic fan, I know the hype was beyond belief. I know I was pretty pumped for it. This would be, to my knowledge, the first Sonic game to not be made by Sonic Team in at least 20 years. So, what were Western developers gonna do with the franchise? Well, I can tell you it wasn't the greatest. In fact, it was pretty terrible. But why? How did it get like this? These were all questions going through my head, and so I kind of want to go over my own thoughts and the history of Sonic Boom. I guess we should start off with the TV show, since it's the part of the franchise that I have the least experience with, and it's probably the best thing to come out of the Sonic Boom franchise as a whole. The Sonic Boom franchise for the TV show was created by Technicolor Animation Productions, or Oedo Productions, one of the two. Are they the same company? I don't know, but the series premiered in November 2014. And I remember when it premiered. I watched it and saw the first 4 episodes. While I thought the first 2 were good and the others were meh. Only was it recently where I started watching it again. Unfortunately, I haven't seen a lot of the episodes. In fact, I've only seen 16 out of the 104. And I thought they were good. And thankfully, you don't really need to watch the show in order. Well, except for the episodes that have parts to them, but overall the show itself is just self-aware to the point to where it's kind of parodying itself and mocks the franchise as a whole. Those are the funniest jokes to me, and colored me surprised to find out the show's writing never gets old or boring. It stays good and never drops in quality. And while the animation is fine, it seems to be okay in Season 1, then incredible in the beginning of Season 2, and then about halfway through Season 2 is worse than Season 1. It's just jarring to look at. Like they didn't have the budget to finish the season off. And then it returns to the great quality at the end of Season 2. Overall, I think the show is fine for what I've seen. And I think you should give it a watch. Whether on TV or the DVDs we've gotten. I recommend it. It really couldn't hurt. Now on to the games, and we have 3 to cover, and let's start on the Wii U, and oh boy, what a clusterfuck of a game. But it wasn't always like that, and honestly, it's kind of a sad story, because the people who worked on it, specifically Big Red Button, they didn't deserve this. Sega approached Big Red Button, who I will just refer as BRB. Sega approached BRB to make a brand new Sonic game, and the story gets hazy because I've read different stories. And to my knowledge, the story goes is that it took a couple of years to flesh out this brand new Sonic story, and BRB made this playable demo, made it in the CryEngine 3, and at this point the game looked like it had promise. The demo consisted of 1 level, and as far as I can see, the game also looked faster and a lot more fun, with combat being more fluid. The game was supposed to come out on Xbox One, PS4, and the PC port to come out as well, and everything was looking good. Till Sega came in and dropped the ball on them and letting them know that it'd be a Wii U exclusive, and that caused a lot of problems because the game was built on CryEngine 3 and the Wii U couldn't run that specific engine in this case. It just wasn't compatible. So the game, which is called Sonic Synergy at this point, and the concept art of the game looks amazing, and it turns out this was an origin story in the time where Sonic and Eggman were friends. That would have been a great game. But as it seems, as Sega kept stepping in to help, the more damaging it was to the game. And I personally believe that they are the reason the game flopped. But due to all that, the game still managed to come out November 11th, 2014. The game itself is just a broken mess, and my experience with it was I bought it like 2 years after the game came out and played it, and I was mad about it. No doubt it's a bad game, but to me it was just a confusing mess. There is a decent game hidden in all of it, but done so horribly you can't really see it. But I blame this completely on Sega for rushing the game, for they just wanted to release it. This is a poor excuse for a game, and Sega should feel bad for how they treated the studio. And so far it seems like the whole point of the game was just to give the character redesigns at this point. So I bought the game just for my collection, and I played it for 2 hours, and then put it up. But actually, I was introduced to the 3DS version first, so let's jump into that. Now, the 3DS game, actually Sega wanted BRB to make the 3DS game on top of the Wii U game as well, but ended up going to Sansaru Games to bring Sonic Boom to the 3DS, and it's not that bad. I mean, it's not fucking great, but it's the best out of the games that we have gotten, and it's a 2D collectathon, and can get a little repetitive, but it's not the game's fault, for it is built around that. But there's this whole part in the game that I kind of like faster than the Wii U version, and they kind of got it down to where you can go fast no matter where you are. I don't know much about the 3DS version since everyone wants to focus on the Wii U version, so it's not that easy to find information about Shadow Crystal, but I will say it's better than the Wii U version, but not great. And I really haven't played it, but Fire and Ice came out, and honestly everyone was surprised. Not that they were getting another Sonic Boom game, but the fact that they were delaying this one. And Sega normally doesn't do that, so this was a big shock. And the game is fine. It's better than Sonic Boom Shadow Crystal, but just barely. And that's all I gotta say for Fire and Ice. It is a shame that this game flopped. I actually remember watching the trailer with the Crush 40 version of Sonic Boom from Sonic CD, and besides the characters' models looking kinda goofy, I was pretty pumped for it. I wasn't on board with the character designs at first, but I warmed up to them, and you know what? I actually like them now. Sonic Boom has always been pretty interesting to me, and I'm glad I got to talk about it. Lord help us if they ever decide to make another Sonic Boom game. But if you do, make sure it's better than what we fucking got. I would love to see BRB's original vision because I feel like there was potential there. I don't want Sonic Boom to die. I just want it to be better. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below about Sonic Boom, and be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to see more, because it does help, and let me know if you guys want more Sonic content from this channel. And with all that said, this is Hedgie Spikes signing out with a brand new segment called This Video's Meme.
What the fuck? I'm a success. I can't be touched. Come on.
What the fuck?
Hey, Smoke. I'm here to take care of your fat ass. Then I'm gonna take care of your friends in the police department. Where they at?
You think I'm a bitch? Huh? You punk ass bitch!
Man, fuck this shit.
Oh, motherfucker! I hate gravity! Shit!
What the fuck? Motherfucker! That mute ass CJ!
If you can eat your food while everybody else is losing theirs and blaming you, you stupid.